What's up guys, welcome back to the Cheesy Does It cooking vlog. Today we're gonna make some pho. I just wanna warn you in advance that obviously I'm gonna use the pho puns a lot. You're gonna hear a lot of pho. So I apologize for that, but that's the absolute worst it's gonna get. You have nothing else to worry about. Brad.
Hey Brad.
What are you doing in my place right now?
I'm shaving.
Go put some clothes on! What's wrong with you?
Holy hell, man! What the hell?
Get out of here! That's my butter knife, I cook with that!
Just let me use it, I'll finish in the closet.
Oh, come on! It's about that time of the year in Los Angeles when the weather gets down to 58 degrees and we all complain about how cold it is. It even hailed last night.
Oh, yeah, it's hailing in Los Angeles. Yeah, I call the fire department. Oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
So let's go to the other side of the planet and make some warm, hearty pho. Pho is one of my favorite foods growing up, and my recipe is unforgettable. Strap in for a phenomenal recipe and some funny jokes. I hate myself.
Okay, first we need to start with our bone selection. This is key to making rich, flavorful pho. Here I have some knuckle bones. These are from the elbow and knees. You can get these from an Asian grocery store. Sometimes the white people stores have them, but if all else fails, you can find a cow and bust his kneecaps.
Where's my money, man? How much you pay for that fake mustache? $2.99.
Next we have some rib bones from the ribs, some oxtail from the ox's tail, a chunk of brisket which has to be cut into a triangle, that way you can have both brisket and tri-tip in the same chunk of meat. This is the T-bone from last night's steak dinner.
Love that T-bone.
Some femur bones, which I forgot to film, but they look like meat Twinkies. And lastly, some chicken bones. The reason why we use chicken bones is because not everyone eats red meat. Next we need to boil the bones so that we can clean off the scum. You have two options of doing this. You can wait 20 minutes for a big pot of water to boil, or you can use the same method I used to defrost my Thanksgiving turkey. There are no wrong answers. Bring the bones up to a boil and let it testiculate for 10 minutes. While the bones are boiling, we need to char up some aromatics. I'm gonna go with onion and some ginger. Cut them up into halves because we're gonna throw them over an open flame. Owning an open flame can be tough. You can create one by rubbing two chopsticks together with unforgiving malice. Char these bad boys on each side until charred. It will probably take like 4 minutes each side. Once it has a good char, I like to throw it into a 400-degree oven for at least 10 minutes. Meanwhile, our bones are now cleansed of all the impurities and immoralities. We gave it a boner baptism. Now you want to remove the bones from the water so we can rinse them with the cold water. You're just trying to get the last bits of funk off before we start cooking. Don't throw out your broth water. This pot is a perfect size to bathe a baby. Fill the pot back up with water again. I recommend using filtered holy water that I borrowed from the local church. Don't worry, I checked. You're not committing blasphemy. Once it's filled, you want to bring it up to a boil. This could take a while, so sometimes I'll corner the broth by heating it from not only the bottom, but the top as well. Okay, our ginger and onion is nice and charred and squishy on the inside. It smells really good. Next, try to remove all the black bits because they're going to make your soup dark and cloudy. You can peel it off with your fingers, use a spoon to scrape it, or you can throw it into a pot and now we season. Add in lots of salt. I'd say about a quarter cup, but taste while you go. Then some sugar, but I like to use rock sugar. It has a deeper flavor and is more forgiving if you use too much. I'm also adding a 3-inch chunk of Raikon or Raikon Root, whatever it's called. I honestly don't know what the fuck this does, but my mom puts it in, so whatever. Now the last seasoning is optional and controversial. Monosodium glutamate, also known as MSG. Some people say this causes cancer, but we all know that's bullshit, because the only things that cause cancer are video games, hip-hop music, and flu shots. While it's all boiling and coagulating together, skim off some of that fat and filthiness. Now you wait. Put a cap on and let it simmer at a very low heat overnight for at least 10 hours. By the way, while I was sleeping, I left my camera on and I noticed some very strange paranormal activity going on in my apartment. Did you see that? If not, let me run it again in slow motion. One more time, but I'll put a circle around it so you can see it. So it's the next morning and our broth has been simmering for around 8 hours. It has a really nice rich color and tastes beefy. We're not done yet though. We need to add some more spices to make it fragrant. This is a package of pre-packaged pho spices. It includes cinnamon, coriander seeds, cardoman pod, star anise, and cloves. I like it this way because it's all portioned out for you, and buying them separately takes too much space in the kitchen. Don't be a hero. Roast these in a frying pan until the smells come out. Then dump them into the included tea bag. Yes, it comes with its own tea bag. It's dope. Drop it into the soup and drown it like a passenger on the Titanic. You want to put this in 2 hours before the 10-hour mark. If you leave it in too long, your broth will get too dark. Okay, we're at the 10-hour mark and this broth is done. It smells phenomenal. Now you need to remove everything and strain out the broth. Look how pretty. I would give it one last taste for seasoning. Sometimes I'll throw in some fish sauce to enhance it, but it's pretty fabulous as it is. Do not throw away the bones. There's a lot of really good meat in here. I wait until it cools down a bit and then I start picking off the meaty stuff, especially the oxtail. The only thing we waste here on the CDIC vlog is your valuable time. Now we prep our toppings for the soup bowl. I have here some cilantro, scallions, white onion, and lime. You may be asking where the mint and bean sprouts are. Well, I don't like mint. If I want a mint soup, I shove Altoids into a coffee maker. And bean sprouts are for fakes and liars. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Bah. By the way, remember this tri-tip brisket hybrid? I sliced it up into meat chunks. It's going to be tasty in the soup. Lastly, you want some thinly sliced raw prime ribeye. I only buy the best stuff and I slice it all by hand. You, however, will probably need to get a meat slicer because cutting it this thin is the result of years and years of culinary training and mastery. Okay, now make the nudes. I like buying this brand from your Asian grocery store. I have this superstitial where I have to buy the bags that are really airtight or else I'll get 7 years of bad luck. It doesn't really make a difference, but I don't want to risk dishonoring my phomery. Okay, when the pot of water is boiling, you're gonna have to act quick because this will cook in less than 20 seconds. It's even harder when you're filming a YouTube video. So to give you a full authentic experience, I'm gonna pull this off in one continuous take that's cut into several takes for convenience. 7, 4, 1, go!
Jesus.
Finally, we're finished. We just need to build a bear. First, start with a bowl. It has to be one of these Asian bowls that your mom's had since 1974. It holds its flavor, I'm telling you. Especially if you haven't washed it since 1974. Start with a good handful of nudes, some white onions, cilantro, then scallions. Doesn't need to be in that order, but it should be if you want to be formal. Then the brisket, then some boner meat, and sliced prime rib. I personally add this after the soup because I like it rare, but I'm not in the mood to deal with you uncultured swines castrating me for eating my meat red. Next, go to your pot and add in your soup. It smells way better than fondue? Okay, at this point I'm running all out of funds. And there you have it. Delicious, nutritious, hearty pho. I added in Hoison sauce along with some of that Sriracha cock sauce. I also added in a little bit more fishy sauce and some blackety crackety peps. Guys, this pho is incredible. I got that great beefy flavor. It's just so perfect for the winter. To close this out, I'm gonna give you ASMR fans out there some slippery noodle slurpage. How's that, motherfucker?
That's it for today, guys. Make sure you look us up. Follow me everywhere at Cheesy Does It Cooking. Oh, my mom's calling.
Hi, son. What you doing?
Oh, nothing. Just doing a video.
So I heard you making pho this weekend.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
Well, Brad called me. He told me. Well, actually, he showed me. That's kind of disgusting. How'd you get the recipe?
Oh, I took the article from the internet and I just posted it.
Are you lying to me?
No, I would never lie to you.
You lying to me.
No, I promise I wouldn't.
Are you sure?
What are you gonna do with that anyway? You're 400 miles away. That makes. Oh God. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's got a little ball cup, so you know. I mean, I knew you're packing some heat. Hey, at least your package looks way better than mine does. So.
Thank you.
Mine, I don't even have a cup for mine. It's just like a flat thing. All right, shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Suit up.
Suit up. Sit down.